Hey everyone, it's Final Round and my name is Jordan and we have a 4-game slate for Tuesday. This will be for Tuesday's video and I will go ahead and make a video for Wednesday's game. It's just one game and the line's already out, so I will drop that right after I do this video to give me some time to prep for NFL, Thursday Night Football and Friday Night Football. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into these lines. You'll see in images that come up on the screen over here. That'll be from a data app called Outlier. There's a link in the description. It'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. So I want to start with this first game, the Connecticut Sun versus the Seattle Storm. This is a rematch of a game that happened on Sunday, and normally when we have these rematches, the games are not the same. Obviously, they're not going to be the same, but teams tend to make adjustments, and we see big differences than we saw in the previous game. So it's difficult to go off of that previous game, focusing on the next one. But the pick I'm going to go with here is going to be Marina Mabrey over 13.5 points at minus 118. Now, the reason why I'm going with her, even though she went over this line in the last game, and I just said that, things are going to be different. She's gone over in 6 out of 8 games with the Sun and 5 out of 5 games since she's come off the bench. She actually wasn't doing well in that last game, and in the fourth quarter, she ended up scoring 8 points in the fourth quarter to go over this line. So my thinking here is, okay, she went 3 quarters not scoring much, about 7 points in 3 quarters, and then they made an adjustment, she made an adjustment, and she was able to score to keep the game close down the stretch to get 8 extra points. So thinking she takes that momentum back into the first quarter and hopefully keeps things going scoring wise throughout the entire game and not just, one quarter. So Seattle, they're actually giving up the second highest 3-point percentage made since the break, and they're giving up the third most points since the break. So the Connecticut Sun were able to score a lot of points in that game, which is a surprise. You would think this would be kind of a defensive showdown, but Seattle's defense hasn't really lived up to the hype since Gabby Williams has jumped into the lineup. They're struggling a little bit to get her acclimated on the defensive end. I think the main adjustment for Seattle will be trying to stop Brianna Jones. She had a huge game versus them. And they can't allow her to have another big game like that. And a lot of Seattle players got in foul trouble. So looking for Mabrey come off the bench and knock down some shots. We know she's going to shoot, so we don't have to worry about that. So the next game that's going to come up is the Mystics versus Dallas. And I love it when Dallas plays. Don't get me wrong, but the Washington Mystics are playing 11 players deep now. Looks like they're trying to find maybe something off the bench, someone off the bench to give them something for next year. And it looks like they're in full tank mode. So it's a little bit difficult to take a Mystics player against Dallas. I know Stephanie Dolson has been playing well, but as soon as Shakira Austin comes back, that's going to make it more difficult for her to score and get rebounds. And then on the Dallas side of things, the Mystics defensively are in the middle on absolutely everything. And points allowed, rebounds allowed, assists allowed, and Dallas lines, you could imagine Arike is bumped up very high right now. Satu bumped up very high. So I don't have anything from that game. So the next game is Chicago Sky versus the Aces. And I'm going to go with Angel Reese over 13.5 rebounds at minus 125. This got bumped up and then it quickly came back down. The Aces are giving up the third most rebounds since the break. Reese actually had her career high against them with 22 rebounds on August 25th, not too long ago. And she's gone over in 6 out of 8 games since the Olympic break. And in her last 5 games against bottom 5 rebounding teams or that allowed rebounds, she's averaging 17 rebounds against them. So really like this matchup for Angel Reese. Continue her rebounding ways and get 14 plus against the Aces. So if you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could you leave a comment for the algorithm? You can just say anything and it helps. And also, if you would like to try out a sportsbook and you haven't yet, these ones on the screen, I have links in the description that'll take you there with their current promo for bonus bets. I use the bonus bets on my wife's account for a lot of Caitlin Clark's plays. on Sunday and ended up with $900 total after those bonus bets. So thank you, Caitlin Clark, and thank you to my wife for being a different person. And in this last game, I have a couple picks from. Natasha Cloud's actually going to be out due to technical fouls. She reached her limit. Diana Taurasi had a technical foul suspended, but they don't have her lines out. I was looking for her assist. It's normally at 3.5. I imagine it'd be at 4.5, and I would like it there. So I'm looking out for Diana Taurasi lines. But on the other side of things, for the Atlanta Dream, I like Tina Charles over 9.5 rebounds at minus 142. It's stuck in the middle on Prizepicks at 10 even. I like it there as well. She's gone over in 5 out of 7 games since the break. And Phoenix is giving up the second most rebounds since the break. I'm not adding the points because she has actually struggled to score against Phoenix and Brittany Griner. Going under in 15.5 in every single game versus the Mercury this season. She had 6, and then against Griner when she came back, she had 12 and she had 14. So just sticking with rebounds, because with Griner there, she had 17 rebounds and 13 rebounds versus her. And I imagine with Cloud not being there, they're going to be struggling a little bit, not as in sync as usual, and could get some bad shots off, which would result in more rebounds for Tina Charles. So I really like that play, and for her to continue her rebounding ways since the Olympic break. And before I get into this last one, I want to shout out my partners for Pick'em apps if you want to get away from Prizepicks, because they are not giving out lines that correlate with the payout. Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. You can use promo code FINAROUND11 on any of these. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. There are links in the description. I'll take you straight there with the promo codes. And the final play that I have, I like Rhyne Howard of the Atlanta Dream. Giving her a chance. Last time I took her, she just smoked me. So giving her a chance because she's been looking good lately. Over 2.5 3-pointers made at minus 135. She's gone over in 6 out of 8 games since the Olympic break, averaging 9.5 3-point attempts a game. So if you round up, you get 10. We just need her to make 30% pretty much of her attempts. And the Mercury are giving up the third most 3-pointers made since the Olympic break and the most 3-pointers made on the season. And I imagine with Cloud out, that's going to make them a little bit worse defensively. Howard has gone over in every single game versus the Mercury this year with 5, 4, and 3. Hopefully it's not a 2, like a countdown. And let's get 3+ for Rhyne Howard. I like the volume, and she's been on fire lately. So if you'd like to discuss lines further, I have a Discord. Link is in the description. Conversation will be going on about WNBA, about NFL that's coming up, baseball still going on, all that great stuff. It's free. Love to see you join. And then as far as a recap goes, we just came up one short again. Caitlin Clark over 29.5 points plus assists. She killed that. Kelsey Mitchell over 22.5 points plus rebounds. She got like double that. Rike Gumbawale over 5.5 assists. She ended up with 3. She went in full score mode and did not go over. Natasha Cloud over 5.5 assists. Did not look good to start off, but she finished with 6. She hit that. And then Tina Charles over 25.5 points plus rebounds. Almost hit that in the first half, and she crushed that line. So another 4 in one day, and I believe a 13-3 run so far. So let's keep it up and have a good Tuesday. And I'm about to make a video for Wednesday's game with the Fever. So God bless you all. It's fun around. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.